Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the...
And off we go from Denver. KJ Hamler returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock, will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes
Two
last week.
touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 16 carries, 52 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
A pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton.
Locke's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon.
The 46-yard line.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it
and all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so first down. Doyle. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
A.J. Hisler on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The numbers for Zeke from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And this is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 3rd down. From the gun, Doyle. Hard throw, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Gordon on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Remains tied.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a gain of 5. Brings
on 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Play action. Doyle. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Dontari Poe in on the stop. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Doyle. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Locke. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
40 seconds to go. 40 seconds.
Throwing on 1st down. Doyle. This to Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Doyle. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down.
On the option, here's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Zeke going to get it on the option. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Doyle. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
The ball carrier.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. This is Gordon. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Good.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Locke. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. 19-13 was the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. 38-17, the final score. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that one, all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Doyle. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Doyle. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 now. Operating from the gun, Doyle. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Doyle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
To number 82.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10. at their own.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, it's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now to the air, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Third and
from the gun, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Chubb on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Operating from the gun, Doyle. The tight end, Jarwin, with it out on the left side. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
6 yards. And it's third down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The ball carrier, Dontari Poe on the tackle.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Down, Cowboys.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. He'll have another first down and more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The ball carrier.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now Elliott. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll run with Elliott.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
17.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Antoine Woods in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 81 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Broncos 24. Will Lutz set
after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is Tony Pollard. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Number
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up from the gun.
Doyle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 9.
Operating from the gun. Doyle. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st and 10, Doyle.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
To throw again. Lock. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. And a Cowboy first down.
This is Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Today's final score, Cowboys.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.